sexy too. It is. I don't know if you've noticed it. I'm talking about the guys, I'm talking about the music. This is the longer piece, and this is a this is something that's not said enough in the United States of America. It has done everything possible to undermine our freedoms that are inherent, incorporated into the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and especially the Bill of Rights. This piece is titled Calling the Toads. Calling the toads. There is a struggle going on for our minds, the minds of the world people. Every form of expression is being attacked. The attack is overt and subtle, explicit and implicit. The attack manifests as silent persecution, as mind manipulation, as censorship, as fear. The attack is pervasive. Most people, being asleep, are not even aware of the attack until their doors are broken down. In the face of fear, the poet, the writer, the artist, the composer, the musician, the filmmaker can and must speak, must act. I believe in individuals who are awake, who fight for freedom. I believe in nonviolent fighting, which creates new forms, new voices, which by their own being and expression and action stand against reaction, against fundamentalism, against violence, against war. Unscrew the locks from the doors. Unscrew the doors from their jams. Voices without restraint. Government shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Is no longer legal to question the government. That's why I question the government. The attitude of great poets is to cheer up slaves and horrify despots. Whitman wrote, he, like William Blake before him, saw his purpose as spreading to the people the original ideas of the American Republic and a revolution that had been fought to relocate sovereignty in the individual rather than in the state. In an editorial, he declared that the greatest evil was strife for gain. Yet even in his crusading journalism, he was a voice of affirmation and love. Unscrew the locks from the doors, unscrew the doors from their jams. Poetry fetters the human race. It is not meters, but a meter-making argument that makes a poem urge and urge and urge, always the appropriate urge of the world. Through the window of a wonder and a wilder is a welter, as a warble of a warble is a whirl. Walt Whitman, Ezra Pound, Henry Miller, Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, and so many other poets, writers, artists, musicians, filmmakers lead us to the door, to our door. And in this final moment, having stood in the shadows for too long, we step out. And now we stand on the brink, on the edge, at the ending of time. Time was, time is, time will be no more. And it's the Big Bang epiphany and the gap between thought and image. Voices, streams racing, whispering through our blood, pleading through our bones. Strange activities of our nerves. The unconscious life of our minds. A tetrameter of I ams ants marching, shouting, voices without restraint, alchemically transmutative symbol decipherment, the book as sacred elixir, mon cher du livre, eat the book. The shortest distance between 2 points is creative distance. And Allen Ginsberg howls, I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, and dying to prima rants. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. All other wars are subsumed in it. And a Mary Baraka chants, they have turned and say that I am dying, that I have thrown my life away. They have left me alone where there is no one, nothing save who I am, not a note nor a word. And Lawrence Ferlinghetti paints pictures of the gone world. Allen Ginsberg, dying to prima, Mary Baraka, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, numinous howls and rants and chants and paintings, and years of tears come fiercely flowing, streaming. All the pain wells up, years of failure, of not being enough for anyone, years of wandering, lost on the outside, outlaw, being told you ain't shit, you don't fit, what the fuck you doing here? All you've done is create pain and sorrow. Wouldn't you be better off dead? Turning away from, walking away from, disappearing from authorities, the past, the dead. In the hermetic corridors of authority, the dead somberly splash in their shallow sewers, devouring and regurgitating themselves. And with tears in my eyes, a snarl on my lips, and peace in my heart, I'm failing as no other dare fail. And I'm in the gap between thought and image. How'd I get here after all the years of not being self? After all the years of being other, of floating out of my body on the ceiling, watching skin, blood, bones, nerves, going through the motions, believing in space and time without realizing I was already out of sync, beyond chaos, breathing rhythms at the ending of time. And now here, in the gap with Buffalo, on stage with Buffalo, between thought and image, where the only distance is creative distance. Here now, at the ending of time, I focus all three eyes in wolf fashion, closing time. I walk through the stone called lump of fat, and I float through the fire that is central, and I enter the upper chamber of the golden pyramid, the confluence of all streams, polyglot commingling of all voices. Thelos feeds herself, and as I float over the open sarcophagus, dwelling in the lightning flash of intuition, I am, we are, the ocean of consciousness, calling the toes, the fire this time. Buffalo, now they're going to do a 30-minute set. I'll jump back up after they're done with that.